Okay, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. This is the Hebrew Chosen Elect Sabbath service and Torah reading. Be picking back up in the book of Exodus, chapter 13 to 20. But before we get started, we'll go into these announcements, then go into the Torah reading. Okay. Also, I want to start off by giving all praise, glory, honor to Yahweh by Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. First announcement: upcoming new moons and high holy days. The next new moon we'll be celebrating will be June the 26th at sundown. Will be the next new moon. Then July 26th and August 24th. Next high holy day will be in September the 28th, the Feast of Trumpets. September 28th is sundown, Feast of Trumpets. Also coming up this week, along with the new moon on the 26th, the 22nd Hamashiach Yasharallah Hebrew Summit being held in Atlanta, Georgia, 26th to the 29th. If you're in the area, we hope to see you there. Come out, take part in this summit. If you're not in the area of Atlanta, hopefully, most high willing, you've been putting your money to the side and planning the trip so that you can attend the summit in Atlanta. So, like I said, that'll be the 26th to 29th, and hope to see you there. Contact information, you can contact me through Facebook at We Are Israel, Gemari Yashala, or you can contact Yakanan at Brandon Daniels, Yakanan Maccabee Yashala. Also, if you're not already a part of our Facebook group, please join the Rise of the Chosen Facebook group, all of which is on the screen as you see. Also, please like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can find our content, our Sabbath lives, and other classes, street teachings, and breakdowns in the life. Please like, share, and subscribe. Where's your mom? Can you get him? So yeah, that's it for the announcements. So we can get straight into it. Book of Exodus, chapter 13. Picking back up. Book of Exodus, chapter 13.
Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying,
Verse 1.
Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast. It is mine. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day.
Go back. I'm sorry. Go back real quick. Verse 2.
Verse 2. Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast. It is mine. Mm-hmm. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of hand, Yahweh brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month Abib. And it shall be when Yahweh shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites and the Hivites and the Amorites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep the service in this month. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the seventh day shall be a feast to Yahweh. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no leavened bread be seen with thee. Neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters. And thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, this is done because of that which Yahweh did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. And it shall be for a sign unto thee upon thine hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes, that Yahweh's law may be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand Yahweh brought thee out of Egypt. Thou shalt therefore keep thy ordinances in his season from year to year. And it shall be when Yahweh shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, as he sware unto thee and to thy fathers, and shall give it thee, that thou shalt set apart unto Yahweh all that openeth the matrix, and every firstling that cometh of a beast which thou hast, the male shall be Yahweh's.
So 2 things here. It's a law to keep the Passover. It's a law to keep the Passover, and it's a law that all males of everything belongs to the Lord. Before you enjoy the meat from your livestock, your crops, your own sons, everything belongs to the Lord. The first portions of everything he gives you, whether it be of men or cattle. These are laws, and keep the Passover for a memorial that Yahweh's law be in thy mouth. That's part of the whole reason that you keep the Passover in this season. It's a memorial. Come.
Come.
Go ahead.
And it shall be when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what is this? That thou shalt say unto him by strength of hand.
Slagia, I didn't explain it. The males. So any males, the first males belong to the Lord. Go ahead.
And it shall be when thy son asketh thee in the time to come, saying, what is this? That thou shalt say unto him by strength of hand, Yahweh brought us out from Egypt, from the house of bondage. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that Yahweh slew all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beasts. Therefore, I sacrifice to Yahweh all that openeth the matrix, being males. But all the firstborn of my children I redeem. And it shall be.
What does that mean? It's going to go into it, but why does it say, but all the firstborn males of the children I redeem? Huh? Right. Because you don't do what? Sacrifice. The other nations, they going to go sacrifice theirs. Remember, everything belongs to the Lord. So the animals, your first males. Y'all all right?
We're cool. Why?
Because you're having a little conversation and classes going on. So where was I? All males belong to the Lord. So your male lambs, the first ones you bring to the temple to sacrifice. This is a law. But we don't sacrifice people, so you redeem your males among children. Y'all need to stop. I don't know what you're. Where are you making jokes and stuff?
We're not making no jokes.
Stop doing what you're doing. Keep reading.
And it shall be for a token upon thine hand, and for frontlets between thine eyes. For by strength of hand Yahweh brought us forth out of Egypt. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people go, that Yahweh led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For Yahweh said, lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt. But Yahweh led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went up harnessed out of the land of Egypt. And Moses took the bones.
So real quick, just a map showing. So, like we just read, instead of taking the short way, which would be through the land of the Philistines. So I got the map on the screen. We were coming from Ramses, right? This is Ramses where the mouse is at. And instead of just going smooth over to the west, he didn't take us that way because the Philistines was there. And he didn't want us to see war at that time. So he took us this way down to the Red Sea. Same thing here. So see this arrow, the way of the land of the Philistines. That would have been a real shorter, easier route just to go ahead that way. But like the scripture says, he didn't want us to see war, so he took us south. As you see on the screen now, this is the land of Israel. So that's a short little walk we could have took. But he didn't want to take us that way. So we left Egypt and we went south to the Red Sea, right? Go ahead. Where's the chapter 13, verse 19?
And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, Yahweh will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones away hence with you. And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham, in the edge of the wilderness. And Yahweh went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in the pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and night. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of the fire by night from before the people.
Okay. Go ahead.
The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel that they turn and encamp before Pihiroth, between Migdol and the sea, over against Baal-Zephon. Before it shall ye encamp by the sea. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land, the wilderness have shut them in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them. And I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptians may know that I am Yahweh. And they did so. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people. And they said, Why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us? And he made ready his chariot and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots and all the chariots of Egypt and captains over every one of them. And Yahweh hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with an high hand. But the Egyptians pursued after them all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea beside Pihiroth, before Baal-Zephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto Yahweh. And they said unto Moses, Because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is it not the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness.
Now, let's go to Hebrews 11, 1-6. Because now already you're seeing Israel sinning already.
Hebrews 11, 1-6.
Israel is already sinning, coming out of Egypt by doing what?
Doubt.
Huh?
Doubt.
By doubting, exactly. By doubting and murmuring. It's a sin to doubt and not have faith in what the Most High says. Hebrews 11, 1-6.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, 1-6. Now faith is the substance of things. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
So this by faith, this is how we know what? This is how we know science is wrong, but the Bible is right. This is like nobody has a video camera of when the world was formed, right? We can't just pop in the DVD and watch the Big Bang and the world come together, or you can't see the Most High form in the world. The world as we see it today, you can't see that. But it's through faith that you believe that what's written is true. And then once you have that faith, you can actually start to see how that makes the most sense. Like I got on my phone some pictures, right? And faith, everything you believe has to do with faith, what you have faith in. But how do we know that we don't live on a globe? Because the scriptures, they don't describe that, right? You know, scriptures don't describe a globe. But science and NASA with the tongue with split tongue on the logo, like the serpent, NASA will tell you that the world's a globe.
NASA, which means deceiver.
Yeah, deceiver. And guess what? They'll show you all these pictures and videos of them going in space. They'll give you all. They got museums and they got a whole bunch of theatrics and tricks to have you believing that they know the answer to everything. And that we've been up there and we know that the world is a globe because look at the picture, right? So something came across my Facebook page today, right? A little short, and I screenshotted a few things from it. So it was random as hell too. It's a white guy standing at the top of a electrical, like an electrical tower, real high, and he's videotaping. And the funny thing about that videotape is he's so far up, so whatever angle the camera's at, the plane of the earth starts to bend accordingly. So the first image, if you can see, the plane is behind him, and the plane of the earth is bent in a U shape, right? But when the camera's above him, looking down, now the earth starts to bend in an upside down U shape, like he's standing on a globe. This picture, the same thing. And in this picture, it's in the plane of the earth. The furthest part you can see the earth is bending in a U shape. So what's the point? Depending on the angle of your camera, once you get so high, the furthest you can see is going to start to bend in some type of direction because you can't see that far. Sight is getting less with the objects further away and getting smaller. And the shape of your eye is a dome. So everything you see, if you're far enough away, is eventually going to start to bend with the dome of your eye. So it'll either bend this way or then it'll bend outward, and it'll give the appearance, if you're far enough away, all you can see is going to start to bend and look like you're looking at a ball. And you can prove that by going through these pictures. I'll put them in the text just so y'all can see him better. But this proves it because he's up so high. He's got his camera, and wherever the camera goes, the bend of the furthest you can see of the plane of Earth starts to bend either way. NASA, we know they can't leave the firmament, but they can get high enough. They can get high enough up though that all they can see is so far away. What you can, your vision you can see starts to fold and mold and look and bend, and it looks like you're looking at a ball because your eyes the shape of a circle. So the vision going out is always going to be a circle if you're far enough away. Then if you're far enough away, it's going to start to bend, and now your image looks like a ball. It's bending, and he's not even up in space. That proves it. This picture is from very high. And the good thing about this picture is he's not on like a platform or like a mountain. He's on something very small. So ain't nothing but air around him, and the ground is a flat ground way below. And like I said, he's far enough away from the ground that he can see everything around him, and it's so far away, whatever angle it is, it bends. So if you're up in a rocket or a so-called space station, the only thing to see is the Earth, because the stars are in the firmament, the sun's in the firmament. We don't know what's beyond the firmament. We don't know what heaven looks like, and they don't either. So the only object for you to see when you get that high is Earth, but it's so far away, it's going to bend and look like a ball, because that's how sight works. But through faith, we know, we go through the scriptures and we know that, first off, that don't make sense. The Bible says it, and then through that faith, you start to see things like this. Like once you have faith that the moon and the sun is inside the dome, and you have faith that the moon is its own light, that's when you start to notice sometimes the moon's out and the sun's out at the same time. Before that, you didn't notice it. But now once you've learned the scriptures, now you're noticing it because you're like, okay, well, I've seen a globe in class. And on the back end of the globe is like Japan, while on the other end of the globe is us. So if we're on a globe, you should never see the sun and the moon at the same time unless they can't see it over there.
Or you ever look outside, you look at the sun and you see clouds behind the sun.
Mm-hmm. I saw that too. Exactly. So you start to see these things once you've gotten faith in the Most High and the Word, and then through faith you understand how the worlds were framed by His Word. And His Word tells us what He made and how He made it. Because, like, if we're on the ball, literally, the sun's out on this side, and it's the middle of the night in Japan. But if they go outside, it's a moon. The same moon that we looking at in the daytime. That would be impossible. It would have to be two moons then. But they never gave us a live two moons. They told us it's a ball. So little things like that, little things like these pictures from this video I saw this morning, they prove what we already have faith in. You're not looking for it when you have faith in what the world gave you, what Esau gave you. You have faith in it. So you don't notice that, those discrepancies, because you already got faith in what they told you. So you're not even looking for it. Once you have faith in it being framed by the Word of God, and you know that Word of God, then you start to look for these things and notice them. And guess what? They start to prove the Word and disprove the lies we've been taught. So I just want to bring that out. I ain't even. So faith. We said faith. So when we came out of the wilderness, a lot of us already didn't have faith. after seeing all the destruction the Most High did, still didn't have faith. And that was sin to us, showing that what? Faith is part of the law. It's been part of the law. Go ahead with Hebrews where we left off.
Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do not appear. By faith, Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witnesses that he was righteous, Yahweh testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaking. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found because Yahweh had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony, that he pleased Yahweh. But without faith, it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
So without that faith, it's impossible to please him. That's why, look, just notice coming out of the wilderness, we already showing that lack of faith, and we're already displeasing and pissing off the Most High because of it. Back to Exodus, verse 13.
The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of Yahweh, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. Yahweh shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And Yahweh said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. Verse 19. And the angel of Yahweh, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud and darkness to them. But it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and Yahweh caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on the left. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch that Yahweh looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of the fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for Yahweh fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And Yahweh said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hands over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength. When the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, Yahweh overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned, covered the chariots and the horsemen, and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus Yahweh saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw the great work which Yahweh did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared Yahweh and believed Yahweh and his servant Moses. The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 1. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto Yahweh, and spoke, saying, I will sing unto Yahweh, for he have triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider have he thrown unto the sea. Yahweh is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my power, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. Yahweh is a man of war.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh is his name.
What's his name?
Yahweh is his name.
It's not a higher.
Yahweh is his name.
So, and we tackled that a couple weeks ago, but like it says here, clear as day, Yahweh. And when you look into BLB, the Bible, to get the Hebrew, it proves it. They translated the Lord from Yahweh. That's why it's in all caps. So whenever Lord is in all caps, it's when they translated Yahweh to the Lord. If it's not in all caps, it's most likely translated from Elohim. Or what's the word, Hebrew word for Lord? Adawan, one of those, right? But if it's in all caps, it's Yahweh. So a lot. It's
Adonai for Yahweh is Adonai for Christ. You are Adonai too.
Right, but sometimes that's translated to Lord, but not in caps, right? Yeah. So the scriptures let you know Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Also showing that he's not a he does have a I don't know if I want to say a sex, but he's a man. He's not a woman's spirit. He's a manly spirit. A masculine spirit. So this is, some people say, oh, that was added in. Everything that don't fit in the gender is added in. But it's funny how they would change Yahweh the thousands of times and leave one that says Ahaya. Now that wouldn't make sense. If I didn't change all the Ahayas to Yahweh, wouldn't I cover that last one?
Ahaya only in there once. That's when he's
in there one time, right? Yeah. And that's him speaking to Moses, right?
Yeah.
Then Moses is speaking now, and Moses is saying he is, because Ahaya means I am, and Yahweh means he is, or he exists.
That's where they got that from. It said when he spoke to Moses, it say Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that's Moses asking him.
Yes.
And he's answering it. So you see here, it's a conversation going on. And, like we talked about last time when we came by the highest scripture, the Most High says, I am. Then Moses goes and says it from another person's perspective, saying he is. It's simple. With this, and to prove this, Yahweh is a man being a masculine spirit, right? As opposed to a feminine spirit. We can prove that it's not a literal man, because when he made man, what's the Hebrew word there? He made man and he called them what? Adam. I don't got it on the screen, but the word here is Ayash. In the creation, when he created man, he created Adam. Male and female created he them. And the word with the male and female was, I believe, male is the car, and female is Nakwaba. So that's male and female created them and called them Adam. So the Muslims that they got it wrong again. For Muhammad wasn't Yahweh or Allah, or he wasn't the creator God that decided he's going to come and be a man and bring the few thousand American blacks that decided to become Negro out of captivity, which didn't happen.
The lost tribe of Shabazz.
The lost tribe of Shabazz. It's madness. So the Most High Yahweh is Ayash, a man of war, being a masculine spirit as opposed to feminine. And his name is Yahweh, not Allah, not Ahai. It's Yahweh.
Did you ever find that lost tribe?
Shabazz.
Yeah. That lost tribe.
The lost tribe of Shabazz.
The lost tribe is still lost mentally.
They ever find the devil Yakub?
Yeah, right.
I can't believe they keep following. That's how they keep following you follow for that. And never ask to prove it.
We don't care about proof. We can go back. I don't care about proof at all.
Verse 3, Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts have he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Yahweh, has become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Yahweh, have dashed in pieces the enemies. And in the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together, the flood stood upright as a heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like unto thee, O Yahweh, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation.
So what's his holy habitation? Psalms 89, 14 and 16. Somebody give me that.
You said what?
Psalms 89, 14, 16. So Yahweh redeemed us, Israel, and guided us in his strength unto his holy habitation. What's this holy habitation that we were guided into, or we're supposed to be guided into? It's something that Christianity teaches us we can't do. We're not supposed to do. Go ahead. 14 to 16.
All right, the book of Psalms, verse 89, verse 14. Justice and judgment are the habitation of thy throne.
Justice and judgment is the habitation of his throne. He brought us into being judges and gave us his laws and statutes that we could judge and do justice. We're supposed to judge all matters.
That's right.
Christians follow the New Testament, but Paul said that a spiritual man judgeth all things. And this is what everything that they teach is already taught in these books that we're reading now. This is the habitation that we as his people was supposed to be brought into being a people that do justice and judgment. So yes, we can judge each other, and we're supposed to judge
That's
each other.
right.
Everything is a judgment. You decide to wear shorts today, you judge the weather. You made a judgment call. You opened that door, you felt that heat hit you in the face. You say, I might want to wear shorts today. That's judgment. Go ahead, keep going.
Mercy and truth shall go before thy face.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed and thy people that know.
Blessed is those people.
Blessed and those people that
is
know.
The people.
Blessed is the people
Mm-hmm.
that know the joyful sound. They shall walk, O Yahweh, in the light of continence.
The light of thy countenance. And what's the light? Proverbs 6 lets you know the light is the Lord. And the commandments is a lamp. Go ahead.
In thy name shall they rejoice all the day, and in thy righteousness shall they be exalted.
Mm-hmm. So justice and judgment is that holy habitation that we're supposed to be brought into or trying to get into. So not talking about don't judge me. I ain't nobody's judge. I'm what they got that it's a video I've been seeing where they go around the room and they say we listen and we don't judge or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody takes a turn and they bring out some outrageous things that they've taken part in. Then the whole circle says, we listen and we don't judge.
I've seen posts like that too.
Yeah. Well, you can't be a follower of Christ or a follower of the Most High if you're in that circle, talking about you listening and don't judge.
Even when you're in the world, you have to judge things.
Mm-hmm.
So bring up Proverbs 31 and 9.
Mm-hmm. You gotta judge things, right? Like, how do you teach anybody anything without judging at all? Like, how can you? There is no right and wrong if there's no judgment.
Yeah.
So, but the same Christians just tell you you're wrong about something. Put that cigarette out. You shouldn't be smoking. Why not? Why not? You can't judge.
Go ahead, read.
Right? Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter
Read it
31.
loud, man. They couldn't hear where your address is.
Your man, boy.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 9.
That's
Work
it.
it out.
Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause.
Open thy mouth and do what?
And plead the cause.
No. Oh, after open thy mouth. So Proverbs, read Proverbs 1 real quick. Chapter 1. Hold your place, but read Proverbs chapter 1. Just to get the whole context of the whole book of Proverbs. Read 1 and 1.
No. 1 and 1.
I know.
Go ahead.
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then go back to where you at.
Yeah, I don't want you to drop it.
The Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom,
To know what?
Wisdom, right?
and instructions,
And wait, and what?
and instructions.
What's an instruction? Something that somebody writes down or verbally tells you to do. It's good for you to do, that you should do this. That's an instruction. Go ahead.
And instructions to perceive the words of understanding,
Mm-hmm.
to receive the instructions
To receive instruction. This is the whole purpose of Proverbs. Go ahead.
of wisdom, justice, and judgment,
Justice and what?
and judgment,
Justice and judgment.
and
So the whole purpose of the book of Proverbs is to guide us into the Most High's holy habitation, to instruct us how to do justice and judgment and attain unto wisdom and understanding. Now go back to 31. Mm-hmm.
the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 9.
Up.
Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy.
And what?
And plead the cause of the poor and needy.
So we're supposed to open our mouths. You see something wrong, speak it. Tell people about yourself. Don't keep it quiet. Don't what's it called? Love in secret.
Open rebuke is better than secret.
Right. Don't love in secret. Openly rebuke. That's better than that love in secret. Keeping your mouth shut. Let's go back. 15, 14.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 14. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold of the inhabitants of Palestina. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed, and the mighty men of Moab trembling shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them by the greatness of thine arm. They shall be as still as a stone till thy people pass over. O Yahweh, till the people pass over, which thou hast purchased.
The people that he is what?
Purchased.
Side note.
Redeemed.
Side note. So the people Yahweh has purchased or redeemed. BLB. Same chapter. People, the which thou hast purchased. Hebrew word quanah, meaning purchase. Yahweh purchased the children of Israel by redeeming them and bringing them out of Egypt, which is what? Captivity. Remember, this is a side note. So Deuteronomy 28:68. They're going to tell you this don't mean that, but we're going to see that does mean this. Watch. Ye shall be sold there unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Man, I heard a brother say, that don't mean that, because when y'all came off them ships, y'all got sold like hotcakes.
Right. And no man shall buy you. And like you just said, that's not true because y'all got sold like hotcakes. The Hebrew word here is quanah. So going back again, the people the Most High saved from the first Egypt, slavery, he redeemed and purchased, he quanah'd the children of Israel out of Egypt. So Deuteronomy 28:68, the Lord will send you into Egypt again. So second time in Egypt, where the first time he purchased you. And that saved you from what? Being bondmen, bondwomen. The Lord will send you to Egypt again by way thereof. In Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof thou shalt see it no more.
Salakia.
And be sold as bondmen and bondwomen to your enemies.
Salakia. And at that time, he used Moses and Aaron to redeem the people too. Yeah, I mean, he said that no man was going to be able to redeem you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody going to be able to do it except Hamashiach Yahushua. So he's showing you that he used somebody to purchase you right then and there. Yeah, I mean, so that's a part of the prophecy too.
Mm-hmm. But it's all done of the Most High.
Come.
So Aaron and Moses, they didn't take a bag of money and buy them out. Just like this second Egypt, that's what it meant. No man was going to redeem you. No man was going to purchase you to himself to save you. You're going into slavery and no man will do it. You will have to wait for the return of the Messiah, for the Most High descendant, and to repurchase you again. No man can do this. That's what it meant. Real quick, just a quick definition of the word quanah in the Hebrew lexicon, Hebrew Chaldean lexicon. It's got a couple of meanings. The first is to erect, set upright, to found, to create. So we know that's context-wise, we know that ain't it. The second one, to acquire for oneself. It means to acquire for oneself. To obtain, to possess, to be owner. Then the third is to buy. Oh, wait, let me finish that before the third one. So to acquire for oneself, to obtain, to possess, to be an owner. Then it says specially. So what is Israel to the Most High? A peculiar, meaning special people above all else.
That's right.
So now with the precept upon precept, with the context, for one, the verse is a curse. There ain't no curse to trying to go in slavery and nobody buy you. That's the blessing. Right? Ain't that don't that sound like that should go in the first part of Deuteronomy 28? That if you would go to Egypt again as bondmen, bondwomen, sold to your enemies, but nobody would buy you, wouldn't that be a blessing? That your enemy, that your enemies wouldn't buy you, wouldn't that be a blessing? Yeah, but it's on the curse side of Deuteronomy. This is a punishment. So if you put all those into effect, nah. But they got to say that, because if that's not true, what we just all this that we just went through, if it ain't true, then we're not the children of Israel. And that's the point, that's the whole purpose that these lies have to be put out there. Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
I can understand by the wayside Israelites come out of the truth and now say something different about they don't believe they're in the curse. They don't believe they're in slavery.
Because they don't got faith. Just like I call them familiar spirits.
Yeah, absolutely. Because now you be seeing a whole bunch of sisters too, just laying me back over what he's saying. They in witchcraft and tarot cards and all that stuff on Facebook and sex worship and all type of stuff. You know what I mean? That was really, really in the truth years ago.
Yeah.
And they was really, really in the wilderness. They got just like we back, they back. Everybody remember regeneration.
Yeah.
Even like the book of Jude was talking about cats that was here before the flood. Why is Jude talking about the people that was condemned before the flood? Because they're back. All these spirits return. So cats being the truth, then they go back into the world. In the wilderness, we were saved. Supposed to be, he's giving us the truth, the laws, making us his special people again. And cats want to go out and lay with the Midianite women and worship their gods. Want to make a calf out of get all the gold together and make a calf.
Throwing money at the Asher groves.
So, Khan, that was a side note. So, coming out of Egypt, Most High redeemed us. And it says that he purchased us to himself. Same word is, no man shall buy you in Deuteronomy 28:68. Or not. Unless anybody got something else, we can go ahead back.
Verse 17, thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance, and the place, O Yahweh, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Yahweh, which thy hands have established. Yahweh shall reign forever and ever. For horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea, and Yahweh brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a tremble in her hand. And all women went out after her with trembles and with dances. Mm-hmm. And Miriam answered them, sing ye to Yahweh, for he hath triumphed gloriously. And the horse and his rider have he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? And he cried unto Yahweh, and Yahweh showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them, and said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of Yahweh thy power, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians. For I am Yahweh that healeth thee. When they came to Elim, were 12 wells of water, and 70 palm trees.
Real quick. I am Yahweh that healeth thee. If you'll keep my commandments, you keep diseases from off you. Why is everybody in the Christian church so sick all the time?
Eating that pork.
Breaking the commandments.
Eating them shrimp and lobster.
Eating the shrimp and lobster. What's they have in Forrest Gump? It was a shrimp coat, but no, all right. No, my fault. But down there, crawfish, yeah, eating the crawfish.
Crawdads.
What do they call it when they got the all the corn and crawfish and they just pour it out on the table?
Bowl.
Oh, that's just the seafood bowl?
Yeah, it's a bowl.
Oh, okay.
That's nasty.
That's why we sick. That's why we're always sick. He said, if you obey my voice, will do that which is right, that I am the Yahweh that will heal thee and put none of these diseases upon thee.
He prophesied in Isaiah 65.
How many people go to church every Sunday and pray and bring their money and tithes, hoping that they can get healed of some disease which they never get healed from? How many? There's probably at least 20 sick people in church every Sunday. Just a wild figure to throw out. You know, so
The vast majority of Christians are sick.
yeah, they sick mentally, and mass majority is physically sick. The majority of people in the hospital dying of cancer. What religion they most likely call themselves? Christians. Dying of whatever. Go in the hospital and just take a poll. They do a poll of everybody, all the patients, and see how many come out Christian. Probably about 80%. But they maybe more. Higher than that. I'm being modest. Probably higher than that. But let's say 80 to 95%, right? They up in a hospital dying. Why are all the Christians dying off? Well, Jesus is white. Bearing your cross means putting the cross on your necklace, and the laws are done away with. But he said, if you obey, I will heal thee. It's I, Yahweh, that healeth thee. Obey my voice. So, you know, we don't have faith, but we claim it. Law's done away with. You got to have faith. What do you have faith in? You follow what you have faith in. If you got faith in God, you follow what he says. Do you not?
They just have faith in white Jesus.
Exactly.
Not my Jesus.
White Jesus.
Because he came and bared us. He took on all the commandments and laws that they don't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the excuse that they use.
I wonder why we sick all the time. Why are we going to get vaccines and shots so we don't get sick? But why are we, not us, but why are we going, like, we don't want to get sick, we get vaccines. We give a shot of some liquid that we heard about from some man that has a degree from some college. Where's our faith? Our faith is in man. Our faith is in man, not only man, men that we don't even know. We wasn't in no lab checking no work. We just accept because a man has a degree and learns some stuff. It says here, take this shot or take this pill and you'll be cool. But never relying on being obedient to the Most High.
Following this trust that man and make it flesh his own. Shoot, I mean, I wouldn't even trust in public health aid. Like, this is damn transgender coming out just like a woman and stuff with all deep ass voice. You gonna trust what she say? And Dr. Fauci?
Yeah, like the Bible says
he got mental illness.
Right. The Bible says make the doc. It says not use a doctor, but basically make him the last resort. Get that Sirach 38, somebody. The doctor is a last resort. And then even with going to see the doctor, watch what it says. It's going to mirror what we just read in the law. In Exodus.
I don't know what happened to the doctor, but I don't got it.
I got one right here. Sirach 38.
I got one. I'm talking something about his. He was reaching for it.
Verse 1.
Go ahead. He's reaching.
Somebody. Sirach 38:1.
The book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 1.
Come on.
Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him, for the Lord hath created him for of the Most High.
It said, for the uses you may have, honor the physician for what he's worth honor of, and use him when you need him. Read that again. Use him for what?
Honor a physician with the honor due unto him.
A little louder, right?
Due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him.
The uses you may have of him.
For the Lord.
Who's telling you that you need to take something so you don't get sick later?
Dr. Fauci.
A physician or TV or maybe a relative, somebody else. You're not going through nothing. You don't have a use for that doctor. Keep reading. There's no reason we should get any type of vaccine. A magic potion that if you take this, you know you won't get this disease or that disease. This potion's going to sit inside of you for forever. And then you don't get sick of that disease and you believe that it's because you took the potion.
Does anybody in here regret not taking that jab?
I don't.
I don't either.
But even if I took it, I don't feel like. I mean, look in the world. Some people that took it, they cool. But you're not cool because you believed in that. You took yourself a step further away from having belief in a God, in the God. Yahweh. You took yourself one step further away in having faith towards it. Because you had faith in some magic potion that this is going to keep me from a sickness that's killing millions of people that I ain't seen one die from. Keep going. So honor the physician with the honor due to him. Go ahead.
For the Lord has created him, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king.
Yep.
The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in
admiration.
The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor him. Was not the water made sweet with what? That the virtue thereof might be known.
Go ahead.
And he has given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works.
Yep.
Go ahead.
With such doth he heal men and taketh away their pain. Of such doth
take a healed. Hold on. He That by doctors and medicine, he heals men and takes away your pain. To be healed and pain removed, what do you have to first have?
A sickness.
A sickness or pain. So why are you going to the doctor and say, look, what can I take so I don't get sick? So I don't have pain in the future. Keep going.
Of such though the apothecary make a confection, and of his works there is no end, and from him is peace over all the earth. My son, in thy sickness be not negligent.
Now, if you are sick, be not negligent. Go ahead.
But pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole.
Pray to who?
Pray
Dr. Fauci?
Pray unto the Lord.
Pray to the Lord, Yahweh. Go ahead.
And he will make thee whole.
And he'll make thee whole. What's going to cause him to make thee whole? Keep reading.
Leave off from sin.
Leave what?
Leave off from sin.
You were sick because you was in sin. How's Dr. Fauci or any other doctor going to create some healing for you if you remain in sin? The whole reason is because of sin. Or like you read in John, or he put it on you just to show his mighty works. Like the blind man, nobody has seen, but he caused him to be blind just so Yahweh Shah could heal him. Right?
Come on.
If you're sick, it's for a purpose. A purpose that the Dr. Fauci's of the world can't help. Go ahead. Leave off from sin.
Leave off from sin, and order thy hands right.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean pull your money out of your pocket and put it in the collection plate. Order your hands aright, meaning obey the laws of God. Go ahead.
And cleanse thy heart from all wickedness.
Cleanse and stop believing the BS that you've been taught by Esau, your person. Cleanse your mind. Go ahead.
Give a sweet savior and a memorial of fine flour.
Mm-hmm. So you can drop that. Now we can go back.
Now, there's a difference.
Uh-huh.
There's a difference in the word doctor and physician. Those are two different components there.
Oh, yeah?
The word doctor means not to break down the scripture, but physicians only deals with the medicine.
As in a doctorate. I got you.
Yeah. So we've been taught to say that word doctor like it's like under a medical situation or giving out some kind of medicine. No.
Mm-hmm. Right. So a physician don't gotta have a degree. And that's true. It'll help. But they don't got to. If they know there's stuff like you got holistic stores. And you got people that's knows the ins and outs of all that. And they living and they ain't getting sick because they know the ways to keep helping, right? And they know the things that the doctors ain't gonna teach. Because the doctors, they got the doctorates. And they're gonna bring out what they was taught. They're gonna push forth the agendas and policies of the government that's in place. They another arm to that.
If I'm sick, I always go to the herbal store 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I see what she tells me, and then I take the herbs.
Because there's herbal ways there's herbs that you could take, right? That keep you from being affected a lot by allergies, right? But the doctor ain't going to tell you that. He's going to tell you Benadryl because you're going to keep needing that Benadryl or Clarity. You're going to keep having to go back and get it instead of just changing your diet or the way you treat your body. Just go to the store, get the pill, come every day, keep coming back. It's going to work, but it's not a real fix. So you're going to keep coming back for it. And that's what a doctor who has a doctorate is going to push forth. The pharmaceutics, the money. The Yeah.
Just treating the symptoms and not
Right.
actually-
Just treating the symptoms and not the actually rooting out the problems.
Yeah, they have to treat the symptoms because that's how the money flows.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
If they cure you, they can't make no more money.
And that's what they, yeah. So most doctors, that's the most doctors become a doctor for the money. And there's more money to give with the program and help make the pharmaceuticals money than they can make sure you make it money. Yeah. But nobody ever gives a prescription of changing your ways, obeying God, praying to God. You never get that prescription from a doctor. But yeah, so we can go back.
So Moses brought Israel.
Verse 16. I mean, chapter 16.
Yeah.
Verse 1.
And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt.
So a month later, they come down to, we read about Merah, the waters of Merah, and then Elim. So this is where they had on the journey on the screen, right in here. Right? Go ahead.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to Yahweh we had died by the hand of Yahweh in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread full, for ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Then said Yahweh unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or not. And it shall come to pass that on the sixth day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel at even, then ye shall know that Yahweh hath brought ye out of the land of Egypt. And it is morning, then shall ye see the glory
In the morning.
And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of Yahweh, for that he heareth your murmurings against Yahweh. And what are we that ye murmur against us? And Moses said, This shall be when Yahweh shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that Yahweh heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against Yahweh. And Moses spake unto Aaron, Say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, Come near before Yahweh, for he hath heard your murmurings. And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Yahweh appeared in the cloud. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, At evening ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh your power. And it came to pass that at even the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay around about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost of the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, It is manna, for they was not what it was. And Moses said unto them, This is the bread which Yahweh have given you to eat. This is the thing which Yahweh have commanded. Gather of it, every man according to his eating, and omer, for every man according to the number of your persons. Take ye every man for them which are in his tents. And the children of Israel did so, and gathered some more, some less. And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating. And Moses said, let no man leave of it till morning. Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses, but some of them left of it until the morning, and it bred worms and stank. And Moses was wroth with them. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted.
But already we doing what?
Being disobedient.
Being disobedient. He said he was going to do this thing to prove them and see if they would keep his law or not. You've been crying for this food. I'm providing you this food
Every day and day.
every day, and I just gave you simple instructions. We can't never do simple instructions. I said, don't save it till the morning. I'm going to save it till the morning. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, this is that which Yahweh hath said.
21.
Slakia. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. And it came to pass that on the 6th day, they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers.
So on the 6th day, because what? Tomorrow's the Sabbath. So he provided double on the 6th day. Go ahead.
For one man, and all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses.
This day you can save it up. And I'm giving you double. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, this is that which Yahweh hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahweh. Bake that which ye will bake today.
Bake what?
Bake which ye will bake today.
Because this shows what? The Sabbath ain't the day for us to be doing what? Cooking. It's not a day for cooking. Go ahead.
And see if that ye will cease, and that which remaineth over lay up, for ye to be kept until the morning.
So just cook double on Friday. You can still have 5 food. It doesn't say don't heat up something you already made. Right? It don't say that. It says prepare what you will bake today, seed what you will seed today, and what remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. So you can have meat. Like people, I mean, if you want to have sandwiches on the Sabbath, have sandwiches, but you don't have to. It's not like you can't eat everything that you eat. Stop. Get up. Get him. Somebody. Everything that you eat during the week, you can still have on the Sabbath. You want steak and eggs, whatever. Chicken and rice. Just make it Friday and eat it Saturday. It really ain't hard. Go ahead. And it wasn't hard for us then. The days we didn't need to leave it up, we was leaving it up.
And he said unto them, this is that which Yahweh hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahweh. Bake that which ye will bake today, and see that ye will see, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning, as Moses bade. And it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein.
And
And
so
Moses
that's for
said,
those that were obedient, because everybody wasn't. It didn't. Those that, hold on. They laid it up till the morning. My fault. This is the Sabbath. So when the ones that were obedient, they laid it up and it was still good. Go ahead.
and Moses said, eat that today, for today is a Sabbath unto Yahweh. Today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass that there went out some of the peoples on the 7th day for to gather, and they found none. And Yahweh said unto Moses, how long refuse you to keep my commandments and my laws?
Because on the day I said don't leave it up, you want to leave it up. The day I said leave it up, you don't want to leave it up. You want to go search for it. Continuously being disobedient and unfaithful. Go ahead. Sound like niggas today, don't it? Go ahead.
See, for that Yahweh have given you the Sabbath, therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on this day.
And real quick, so context is key, right? Is he saying don't leave your house on the Sabbath day?
No, he's saying
He's talking about them gathering, gathering the food on the Sabbath. It's not so because some people get that wrong. Some people won't leave their house because it's Sabbath.
He's saying they're doing things out of place. That's what he's saying.
Right. Because how's it going to be a holy convocation if you don't leave your house? That makes zero sense. Cats sitting in bed for the whole Sabbath. It's the Sabbath. I got to rest. Won't leave the room. Probably don't take. Some people probably don't even take baths on the Sabbath. You met any? I don't think I met any of them yet. But I bet they there. They out here in these Hebrew streets. Yeah, I hop in the shower, baby. Don't put no deodorant on. That's work. You can't lift your hand.
Y'all go around smelling like Johnny.
Yeah, go around smelling like an Indian.
Oh yeah.
Don't they want to stay home? That's all right.
Yeah, true. Bunch of stinky Indians in the house all Saturday.
Yeah, that's the worst, man.
Mm-hmm.
It is the worst, man. Smell like peppers, onions, and mushrooms.
Smell like Indian filet.
Oh man, that's the worst too.
It's a new one. I forget.
Y'all saw man, he's sitting there with his foot in the bowl and he's blowing water on the food.
Then at the end, he took a tomato out of his underwear and crushed it over top of the food and gave it to somebody. Yeah.
Why you got no pockets?
It's Indian street food.
Man,
his foot was in one of the pots.
One of his bowls stirring like this.
Yeah. His foot was in one pot.
Man. You can't even make stuff like that up, man.
And it seemed like that was the main topping to get the flavor was the juice from the foot pot.
You don't say you put your foot in it. Huh?
Yeah, right. Put his whole foot in it. Where we at? 30?
Verse 30, 31.
31.
Oh, we get 30. So verse 29. See, for that Yahweh have given you the Sabbath, therefore he gives you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. Mm-hmm. So the people rested on the 7th day. And the house of Israel called the name thereof manna. And it was like coriander seed, white. And the taste of it was like wafers made with honey.
So we know it wasn't that stuff they giving out at the Catholic Church. It tastes like bland finger, like somebody's hand or something. Just bread tastes like fingertips. Go ahead.
And the house of Israel called the name thereof manna, and it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. And Moses said, this is the thing which Yahweh commanded. Fill an omer of it to be kept for your generations, that they may see the bread wherewith I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you forth from the land of Egypt. And Moses said unto Aaron, take a pot, and put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before Yahweh to be kept for your generations.
So real quick, now on the spiritual note, the spiritual side of this particular scripture, he said, Philip and Omer, they'd be kept for your generations, meaning what? Your descendants up until today. Keep this manna for your generations up till today. Can we find any manna from the wilderness, physical manna?
No.
Hell no. But let's get that John 6. This is also going to show the laws can't be done away with, because this manna, in the spiritual manna in the wilderness, right? It said to keep up for your generations. So let's get John 6:31, I think.
The book of John, chapter 6, verse 31. And many of the people believed on him and said, when Christ cometh, will he do more miracles than these, which this man have done? John 6. No, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong one. I'm sorry. It's lucky. The book of John, chapter 6, verse 31. Our fathers did eat manna in the desert, as it is written.
Right.
He gave them bread from heaven to eat. Then Yahushua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father give you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of Yahweh is he which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world. Then said they unto him, Adawan, evermore give us this bread. And Yahushua said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. But I said unto you that ye also.
So that's good. So Yahushua is the bread from heaven. And it said, see that this bread wherewith I fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you forth from the land of Egypt, keep it up for your generations. And he was that bread in the wilderness that we were fed with in the wilderness was the bread of Yahweh. So how is the law done away with if the bread we was fed in the wilderness was Yahweh? Give me Sirach 15:3, and then we'll continue at Exodus. So Sirach 15:3, the bread, the manna, Yahweh. What does all this mean?
Chapter 15, verse 3. With the bread of understanding shall she feed him.
The bread. So Yahweh is the bread of what?
Bread of understanding.
Bread of understanding. Go ahead.
With the bread of understanding shall she feed him and give him the water of wisdom to drink.
And the water of wisdom to drink. He told the woman at the well what? He just told him in John 6, eat of me, you'll never hunger again. And the woman at the well, he said, drink of me, you'll never thirst again. What was he talking about? He wasn't talking about his physical body. This is what he was talking about. The bread of understanding, the water of wisdom. And how do you attain these things? Psalms 111:10. And that this is crushes all that he came to do away with the law. No, he was the bread in the wilderness. That's like saying he did away with himself.
The book of Psalms 111:10. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever.
And this is that Omer be kept for your generations. The bread that you was fed with in the wilderness. To get this bread, you have to keep the commandments. All these things, it always goes back. Everything goes back to obeying the commandments of God. Everything. We can go back to Exodus, verse 33.
The book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 33. And Moses said unto Aaron, take a pot and put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before the Yahweh to be kept for your generations. As Yahweh commanded Moses, so Aaron laid it up before the testimony to be kept. And the children of Israel did eat manna 40 years until they came to the land inhabited. They did eat manna until they came unto the borders of the land of Canaan. Now an omer is the 10th part of an ephah. The book of Exodus chapter 17 verse 1. And all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of sin after their journeys according to their commandment of Yahweh, and pitched in Rephidim. And there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did
no water for Moses. People to drink. That was the end of the verse.
Yeah.
Just real quick. So we're at
Exodus 17.
no, we're the Rephidim. So just on the map real quick. So that now they had left Elim and traveled down to Rephidim. This is on the map showing the route we took fleeing from Egypt. See that? So now we over here right before Mount Sinai. Go ahead.
And there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses and said, Give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, Why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt Yahweh? And the people thirsted there for water. And the people murmured against Moses and said, Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst?
They're using the same excuse every time they complain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. No faith.
And you just see everything that they got after they complained the last time, and they just repeat themselves because they ain't like hitting it instantly like they normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Ratty.
That's a spoiled child.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
What is those getting our asses whooped?
Yeah, like we can't be tried. God forbid that we gotta go through a little something to get something that's better than anything. Go ahead.
And Moses cried unto Yahweh, saying, What shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Go on before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod wherewith thou smotest the river. Take in thine hand and go.
And the funny thing is, like Christ said, "Eat of me, you'll never hunger. Drink of me, you'll never thirst." Because how do we come into the rest of the Most High? Basically, we have to make the kingdom by doing what? Keeping the commandments, eating of Yahweh's bread and water,
Yep.
and then never thirst again. What is the kingdom? Will we have to work for food in the kingdom?
Wow.
We have to plant vineyards to get like everything be provided in the kingdom. You'll never thirst again, spiritually or physically. But to get to that, it ain't through the wide gate no more because the wide gate didn't work. So when your house was come back saying, "Eat of me, you'll never hunger. Drink of me, you'll never thirst," he's also letting you know this. Keep the commandments. You'll get into your rest, and you'll never All right. Where we at?
Verse 6.
Go ahead and pick that back up from.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, Go on before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thine hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock of Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. And he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted Yahweh, saying, Is Yahweh among us or not?
Mm-hmm.
Then came Amalek and fought with Israel.
They did what?
Then came Amalek
No,
and fought.
they did what to Yahweh?
They tempted the Lord, saying, Is Yahweh among us or not?
Get that Matthew 4. He says Yahweh among us or not. Didn't we just watch the Egyptians get put to death? Like Yael brought out, didn't we just see all the bread from heaven? He made the water come out of the rock. Well, that's the part we at now. I'm trying to pull it back on the screen. What verse we at? Get that Matthew. Somebody get Matthew chapter 4.
I'm clear.
I got it off.
And get Matthew 4:7. And we were at where? I gotta
4,
pull it
verse
back up.
7.
Hold on real quick. Exodus what?
17 and 7.
17:7. All right. Okay, go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 7. Yahushua said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt Yahweh thy God.
So it's you're not to tempt the Most High Yahweh, right? But in the wilderness, we're murmuring, we're disobedient, we're unfaithful, and we're tempting the Most High God.
Disloyal too.
We
Like,
doing-
man, it just shows you so much. I don't even understand that. How could we even be in that state? You just saw the damn whole open ocean up. I mean, you just saw all these plagues. Like,
It's kind
you
of
just
the
had
same.
bread rain from heaven from you and some quail meat
For 40 years.
for 40 years.
It's kind of the spirit that we see in our people today, though.
It's free.
They haven't seen these miracles, but they've seen all the atrocities. They see how the laws are set up to keep you on the bottom. Now Donald Trump's in office, and he's like trying to do away with everything that the little bit of what you did get. Like he's trying to take down all the the museum of what's he taking down? Statues or something.
He's doing a lot of wrong stuff.
But he's getting rid of something like that commemorates like black people.
Everything he's doing is illegal.
Yeah.
Because everything that's set up was passed by Congress right there in law.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow you get away with it
Mm-hmm.
for right now.
Right. But of all these things, who do we remain faithful to as a people? Whatever they say.
The government.
Yeah. Right. You know, so it's like the same spirit all over again.
Yeah. It's like you can't see. You get stuck in one way of looking at things, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like the scripture says, still got that veil over the face.
Yep.
Even when Moses is red. So let's go back.
You gotta throw the bone, they're gonna go with it.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Exodus, chapter 17, verse 7. He called the name of the place Massah and Meribah because of the chiding of the children of Israel and because they tempted Yahweh, saying, Is Yahweh among us or not? Oh, wow.
Like, how do you not know?
Like, is you gonna do this for us or not? Like, what? You just miss all that stuff that just happened. Then came Amalek and fought with with Israel and Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out of men and go out, fight with Amalek tomorrow. I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of Yahweh in mine hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass when Moses held up his hands that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hands, Amalek prevailed. And Moses' hands were heavy. And they took a stone and put it under him. And he sat thereon. And Moses and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the one side and the other on the other side. And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Moses discomfited Slakia, and Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for memorial in the book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name Yahweh Nisi. For said because
Yahweh real quick, Yahweh Nisi being Yahweh Nasiya, Yahweh Nasiya, which is Yahweh is my banner. And Nasiya being Nas, being banner, and then you add the Yah at the end without the Ha, just the Yah, and that signifies my. So that's because the way Hebrew's written. So it's banner my. Nasiya is Yahweh Nasiya. Yahweh is my banner. That's what he named the altar. Go ahead.
For said because Yahweh have sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek for generation to generation.
And that's where we're at now, ain't it?
Yep.
But see, we want to all come together and go against Amalek.
But he also promised that ain't gonna be no remembrance of Amalek either.
Yeah.
So it's coming.
We're supposed to go out there with this.
Come.
Right, it's 4:30. I wanted to read down to 18 and 19, but that's what we probably should hang it up. I don't know. Y'all want to go for another hour or go ahead and end out here? Huh? What's up?
That's it.
Close it out?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's close it out. Next week we'll come back.
So we got the next.
Or week after next, from 18 and on. I got a good portion of that going into the covenant. Are we into the covenant? Are we in the new covenant? Are we in the old covenant? Are we in covenant at all? We're going to touch on that next Sabbath reading when we get to Exodus chapter 19. It's going to be it's going to be a real good edification for that one. Just showing, are we in new covenant, old covenant, or no covenant at all? Look forward to that in 2 weeks. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and close out. We'll end by giving all praise, glory, honor, Yahweh, by Shem Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Hope to see y'all back on here in 2 weeks, because this week we'll be in Atlanta, like we brought out at the beginning of the class. Atlanta for the 22nd Mashiach Yashala Hebrew Summit. So next Shabbat, we will not be having class. We'll pick back up in the reading in 2 weeks, which is, I believe, that's July 4th weekend. So also July 4th, Most High willing, will be in Atlantic City for a unity camp. And back here for Sabbath class, July 5th, pick back up in the reading. So with that, Shabbat Shalom and Kwam Yashala.
Home Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Home Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Home Yashala.